super highly requested. I don't know why I haven't made it sooner. How to get a balance of strength and flexibility throughout your whole back. How to get those beautiful back bends so that you can do cool pull tricks that are super bendy, so you can get your beautiful combres. And I mean, the more bendy your back is, like, the cooler shit you can do. So it's really important though that we are doing this in a healthy way. And there's two things that we're really going to be focusing on in this class that are going to give you so many benefits, not only in your movement and your back mobility and flexibility, but also in the longevity of your spine, especially your low back. So I'm going to demonstrate here what we're going to be focusing on. This is what I see a lot, and it pains me, is when people are trying to do back bends. This is what happens. They totally disregard their upper back, their thoracic spine, and they disregard their glute activation, and they just dump into their low back. They just go, yeah. Oh my God, it hurts to do. And they just dump back and just put all this weight into their low back. And it's not necessarily their fault. Our low back is the most bendy part of us. It has a lot of range to hinge and bend forward and back. But we need to bring some of that bend into the rest of our spine, into our upper thoracic T-spine area, so that instead of just dumping like this into our back, sticking our stomach out, putting all this weight into these lower vertebrae, we want to instead think about squeezing the glutes, having that glute activation to support your spine, core activation as well, and then this sense of lifting up and bending using, it's hard to talk when I do that, but using the full spine to create a curve of that instead of just and dumping into this lower back. So we're really going to be focusing on opening up this upper body thoracic spine area. So not only is this going to take some of the strain off of your low back, so you don't get this like terrible pinching or hinging or just crunching in your low back, so your vertebrae are happy, your muscles are happy, your discs are happy. But also when we work to get more mobility and openness in this upper body thoracic spine, we are also combating slouching, upper cross syndrome, things like that. We can find more openness through the heart, release tension through the shoulders. Mobilizing the upper thoracic spine has a lot of benefits. And if you want to know more, if you are really interested in spine health and care, this is something we go super duper deep on in my program, Yoga for Dance Academy. We spend a lot of time really focusing on how you can use all the different components of your body, from your glutes and your core, thoracic spine, your neck, core, so much stuff to really understand how you can avoid low back injuries and just find more mobility and openness in your whole spine. So the next opening of the program is going to be this summer, so keep an eye out. But in today's class, those are the two things we're going to be focusing on: glute strength and creating space in our lower back as we bend it, and opening up and mobilizing the thoracic spine too, so that we can get bend going through our whole back, so that all of our spine is happy and mobile and flexy. It's going to be good. So the only things you're going to need for this class are 2 blocks. So if you have those, go ahead and grab them. Go ahead and grab your water, and I will meet you on the mat. All right, friends, so we're actually going to start lying down in one of my favorite back, heart opening, stretching Shavasana positions. So you're going to place one block like this on the second height, and then one perpendicular to that on the highest height. And what you're going to do is you want to get that first block kind of right in between your shoulder blades, right in that upper, right there. And then space them far enough so that you can rest your head on that other one. So you're creating this arch in the upper back. So really allowing the upper thoracic spine a moment to really elongate and open and find that arch. So this is going to be really good to just prep our fascia and prep our body to be in a state where it's primed to get more bend in the upper back. So go ahead and set yourself up. Relax Relax your hip flexors, your quads, and just let your arms rest at your side. We're going to spend a minute here to prepare the body. This also feels so good, especially if you've had to do any desk work or been hunching a lot. This will reverse all of that. Just open up the heart. So breathing into the heart space, using your breath to encourage all of the fascia and the muscles in this front area to expand, to open. Getting a little stretch into the pecs as well, and then let your back just really melt over that block. And relax your jaw, relax your brow. Go ahead and close your eyes and tune into your body. Do some scanning all the way down to your toes. Let your shoulders be heavy, just draping down to the floor. Opening your heart, opening to love and compassion towards yourself and others. Just really getting into your body. If your mind is wandering, if you've had a crazy day so far, just let that all drop away. Really drop into the body, drop into the heart space. Come here and now on your mat. Beautiful. We'll take 5 more breaths here, so enjoy this. It feels so good. Again, letting gravity do the work here. Beautiful. Reaching your arms up. Drawing the shoulders away from the ears and then reaching them back. So don't try to dislocate your arms here. You don't need to go all the way back, but just standing here like, well, we're not standing. I mean, laying here as if you were standing, doing an arch back. So reaching your arms back and reaching down to your sides. Relax. Inhale, reaching up. Keeping your scapula plugged into your back, keeping your shoulders down away from your ears. Exhale down. Last time, inhale up. Arching. And now bending at the elbows, bringing your hands behind your head. So we're going to practice mobilizing the T-spine and really strengthening our upper core here, the ones that are kind of at the bottom of our ribs. So I want you to keep the low back uninvolved. It's just going to stay at this angle, keeping the pelvis neutral and pulling your core in, pulling your belly button to spine, exhaling to lift your head off an inch. And drop back down. Exhale, lift. And lowering back down. Ooh, saying hello to the core. Exhale. So lifting off that bottom block, pulling your belly button in, keep your feet grounded, and lower down with control. Exhale. So we're really feeling these muscles by our ribs. Keep those shoulders down, keep your elbows out, and dropping down. 2 more. Ooh, keep your feet on the ground, pull your core in, lower down. Last one. Ooh. Awesome, hold it, hands forward, finding this diagonal line here. Pull your core in, shoulders drop away from the ears. 3, 2, belly button in, 1, and sitting up nice and tall, reaching up, and dropping down. So move those blocks out of the way. We'll be using those again till the end, and roll down onto your back, planting your feet hips width apart, plugging your toes into the ground. You're gonna inhale, rippling up, so you wanna tuck the pelvis first. Pubic bone is the first thing to pull you off. And here, keeping that tuck, so we're not doing this and dropping and creating this tension in our low back, but we're using the glutes to support the low back and press the hips up. And rolling down, arms down. Inhale up, squeeze, really activate the glutes, press into the ground with your feet, and lower down. Inhale up. Keeping your ribs in, so I don't want to see this with your ribs sticking out. You want to activate your core here to pull those ribs down as you squeeze the glutes up and down. Let's go for 5 and 4. Tailbone is the last thing to come down and the first thing to come up. 2 more. 2 and 1. So we're working the glutes because the glutes need to be supporting your low back when you're in an arch here. So we're trying to train that. Walk your feet together, bring your hands back down by your side, lift that right leg up off the floor, circle that ankle, stay strong through that left glute, keep those hips up, and drop. 4, 5, lift 4, 3, point that tail, 2, 1, and switch. So again, not letting this drop happen. You want to squeeze to lift. Support that low back in this little bit of an arch. Left leg up, circle that ankle, right booty strong, and drop. For 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and lowering down. Let's rock back and up into a tabletop here. Cat-cow, inhale. And now when you're doing this, see if you can have the arch start from the heart. So let's really focus on bending into the upper back instead of just letting the belly drop and just having it all be in the low back. So try to have it be even. Even arch through the whole spine, lengthening the crown of the head up and away. Exhale, core inch around. Inhale, arching with the whole spine. Exhale. And then take a couple hip circles here, but again, try to keep that same idea of arching in the upper back just as much as you are in the low back. Yes, wake up that spine. And let's walk those hands forward, drop the heart and the forehead to the ground. And then bend at the elbows, palms together at the base of the neck. And breathing here, arching through the whole back. So if your ribs are dropping open and you're finding all the arches in your low back, see if you can draw those ribs in a little bit so that we can bring the arch into the upper back as well, and we're not just dumping into the low back. Excuse me. And hands down, coming forward onto your forearms, into a Sphinx pose here, shining the heart forwards. Tucking those back toes, we're going to get the core really switched on. Core is super important to having a bendy back. So inhale, shoulders back and down, heart forward. Exhale, draw your core in and up, press into the floor. Inhale, drop. Exhale, lift for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, bending into the upper back, 4, 3, 2, 1, and hold, pressing into the floor, core in and up, belly to the spine. Long spine, drawing the top of your head and your tailbone away from each other. And dropping down. All right, hands to your side, near your ribs here. We're going to, keeping the shoulders back. So I don't want to see this. This is like my worst nightmare. Locking into the elbows, shoulders up to the ears, dumping into the spine. No glute activation. This is the wrong thing. Instead, you want to press your feet into the floor. Find that little bit of a tuck. So you want to think about pressing your pubic bone into the floor. Like aggressively press it into the floor. Keep your shoulders down and back. Elbows in towards your sides. You're going to inhale. Lengthen as you lift. Squeeze the glutes and lower down. So think about lengthening. Create that space as you come up. Exhale down. So we're starting with that length. Start with the neck and the heart. There, the first thing, arching up. Exhale down. 2 more. Last one. We're also getting a bit of a tricep workout here. So if you're really using your arms and you're keeping your elbows into the sock and you're not just like doing something weird here, you should feel a burn in the back of those arms. It's good for you. Embrace it. Now we're going to do one leg at a time, bending as we come up. Exhale down. Inhale, bend, ripple up. Exhale, lower with control. Inhale. Again, press the pubic bone into the ground, press your feet into the floor, activate the glutes. Shoulders down and back every time. Here, not here, okay? And down. Inhale up. And down. 2 more, one each side. And up. Beautiful. Now bending your knees, reach back for your foot or your ankles, whatever you can reach. And now you're gonna have to really squeeze your glutes here because what we're gonna do is press up. So you're pressing the feet into the hands and that is what is pulling you up. So squeeze your glutes here. Don't let your head drop back. Think about the top of the head reaching up. Find that length in the spine here. So this is bow pose. Breathe into the heart. This is one of my favorite. Ooh, I'm slipping. And you can try both ways. You can have your hands on the inside of your arches or the outside, just depending on how much of a shoulder stretch you want. If you have your hands on the inside arches, it's really going to open up those pecs. So breathe here, squeeze into the glutes, really activate the booty. And breathe here. Find your drishti, find a place to gaze at up and ahead of you. Stretching into the back. And maybe see if you can look up without dropping your head back. So keep that lift and that length. And dropping down, keep a hold of those feet. We are just going to roll to the left side. So keeping this stretch, but on the floor. breath to help your body feel more comfortable in the pose. Use your breath to help expand the muscles, expand the fascia, expand the stretch. And exhale back to the center and rolling to the other side, still holding onto those feet or ankles. Breathing deep. Awesome, and rolling back to the center, let go of those feet. All right, y'all, time to get into the strengthening now that our back is nice and mobile and open. So reaching your arms in front of you. We're gonna make it as hard as we can. Again, grounding your pubic bone, like tuck your pelvis, stick it into the floor, and then ground the tops of your feet too. Don't let your feet just be all wishy-washy. Intentionally press them into the floor. So you're squeezing, your glutes should be activated, shoulders away from the ears. You're gonna exhale, lifting up. So if you're doing that, pressing your feet into the floor, pressing your pubic bone into the floor, this should be hard because you can't just like throw your back and just arch into your low back. You're gonna have to use lots of strength in your upper body. And let's lift and hold. Shoulders away from the ears. See if you can look up just slightly, just to get that little bit of an arc. Exhale down. Inhale. Exhale, press into the floor and lift up. Really working from the T-spine here. So this might be a little bit humbling. And down. But we're really trying to isolate the upper back. So it's okay if you're not getting a crazy arch here. This is still really good to strengthen your erector spinae that go along your spine. All right, and again, exhale, lift. Looking up slightly, just ever so slightly, press those toes into the ground. And breathe. You got this. And down. Last time, inhale, exhale, lift. Now reach your hands behind, lift up a little bit more, and see if you can stay that high as you reach your arms forward again. Woo, Lord, come down. After class, I forgot to mention this in the intro. I'm going to show you guys one of my most favorite partner back flexibility and strength exercises. It's a doozy, but I couldn't put it in the class because this isn't a partner class. But it's something you can do afterwards if you've got a roommate or your boo to help you out. All right, we're taking a little break. We're gonna do it again. This is one of the most important things you can do. Whew, but it's the worst. Reach your arms forward, tuck your pelvis, squeeze your glutes. So we're tucking the pelvis, you guys, so we can create that little bit of space in the low back so we're not arching into it, right? We want to train the lower back to be more neutral and more supported and really work into the upper back. So that's why we're doing that and making this so hard on ourselves. Reach your arms forward, inhale, exhale, lift. Oh yeah, drawing those scaps down and back. Pressing those toes into the floor, looking up slightly, reach your arms back, lift up a little higher if you can, press those toes into the floor, reach the arms forward, whoo, and drop it down, take a moment, exhale that carbon dioxide out of the body. So quality over quantity, right? We're not just here to be like, and just go into our low back. We're doing slow, really intentional, hard movement. So if you're really focusing on the form, this should be quite challenging. Bring your feet together. Again, pressing your pubic bone and floor. Feet into the floor, inhale. Exhale, lift. Up, 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 up. Squeeze your back muscles. the arms forwards. Breathe. 2, 1, and down. Oh my Lord. Exhale out. Stay in your body and reach those arms forward. Again, inhale. Exhale up. Press, press, press. Lift, lift, lift. Shoulders drop down and back. Reach your arms back. Come up a little higher. And reach forward. Stay up. Y'all are doing so good. And down. Deep breaths. Now we are going to work with doing some of those with the legs off because it's super good for our arabesques and super good to just get that whole back body chain of muscles activated. So, hands in front of you. We're going to start side to side, so lifting the right arm and the left leg in this diagonal fashion. Ooh, lift, so really squeezing the booties, point the toes, reach up and away. Ooh, a little easier, but that's why we're gonna go a little bit higher with this. Really high, squeeze the booty. Press the pubic bone into the floor here. Shoulders down, feel that leg shake. Try not to use this other hand to press you up. Let it be loose and relaxed. And down. Other diagonal. Lifting up, relax that arm. Press the pubic bone into the floor, lift, squeeze, lengthen, point the toe, wing the foot, and breathe. Oh yeah, and come down. Inhale, other side. Press the pubic bone into the floor, arch, look up, and down. Other side, looking up, lengthen as you lift. Squeeze the booty, lift everything an inch higher, come on. And down. Other side, 2 more times. Lengthen as you lift from both directions. And down. Fight for it, y'all. Inhale up. Fine, if your body is shaking, that's good. That means we're gonna get stronger. And down. Whew. Lord have mercy. All right, y'all. Time to finish it off. Both arms and legs, bring your feet together. You want to try and squeeze your legs together and not let them go out to the side in this, okay? Inhale. Exhale, lift everything off. Woo, superwoman or man or person. Draw those shoulders down, look up, arch up. For 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and back to child's pose. Breathing into the back of the body, expanding into those muscles we just worked. Amazing, and coming back up. Take a cat-cow to recenter. And then bringing your knees in. We're gonna do a little camel, because camel is a great way to strengthen and find that flexibility in the back. So first we'll bring our hands behind us. And you're gonna squeeze your glutes, open up through the heart, and squeeze the glutes to press you up. Opening into camel, let your head drop back. So again, squeezing the booty to support the low back and the hips. And then opening, really arching through the upper body. So like you're trying to draw your third eye down to the floor as you continue to support that low back. And then we'll take a little side to side, so we'll stretch over. And other side. And switching side to side, pulling your core in, squeeze your glutes. And now we'll sweep down. And press up. Circle down. Press up. Circle down. Squeeze to the left. And down. And up. And circling down to the center. So now that we've tried that out, we're going to do some strengthening here. So I really want you to squeeze your glutes and think about pulling your core in, like you want your booty and your core to really come in from both directions to support your low back and your pelvis. Because you're not always going to have your arms to support you, so you need to be strong to be able to support yourself too in a back bend. So we're going to bring the hands to the heart, squeeze the glutes, create that space in the lower spine, neutral pelvis, shoulders down. We're going to inhale, find the length. Lift up and back. And up. So we're going to do little arches back and up. So you really want to think about pulling your core in and squeezing your glutes. And maybe practicing a little bit what it feels like to both tuck the pelvis and really have that hip pressing forward. We'll do some of those, and then we'll also do some more arching through the low back too and focusing really on using the core there. So let's start with pressing the glutes forward. So we're also working this front of the neck muscles as well, the neck flexors. Inhale up and back, tuck the pelvis. So only go as far back as feels safe for your body. You can always build up to this, okay? This takes a lot of strength. But it's better to practice it here now before you go to class and just like dump into a back bend, okay? Ooh, yeah, working those quads too. Awesome, so now let's try having a little more arch in the back. So you don't need to intentionally stick your butt out, but we're also not trying to tuck here. And you really want to think about your core now here too. And arch, core in as you pull up. So that core really contracting is what pulls you back up, okay? Let's do 5. Kind of what we were doing at the beginning on those blocks. Awesome, and now let's drop back into that camel using the strength of our body. So we're not going to drop sloppily, we're going to take care of ourselves. Squeeze the glutes. Tuck the pelvis, lift up through the spine, back, 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 and then let the hands drop. Opening through camel, really arching, and then let's see if we can bring ourselves back up. So squeeze, pull the core in, and exhale. Nice, y'all, let's do that again. Dropping back. And lifting up. 2 more. Or no, let's just do 1 more. My knees are getting a little sore here. And dropping down. Take a little neck circle here, definitely working the neck. So it's really important to do these kinds of drills at home so that you can build up the muscles so that they're ready to support you in class. You're not going to have time in class to be like, all right, let me do 15 cobra lifts and activate my back body muscles. You want your muscles to be strong and ready to go. That's why you're doing this work here outside of the studio. All right, so to finish off, we're gonna work on our wheel pose, our full back bend. So bring your feet out in front of you, about as wide as the mat. I'm gonna start with some side-to-side preps. So hands behind you, we'll press up to the right side. Exhale, other side. Circle down. Squeeze the glutes to progress, lift your hips, support your back. Awesome. Arching back. And now, two options. If it feels safe for your shoulders, please listen to your body. If it feels safe to, from here, go back into it from there. Go for it, or go ahead and just come down onto your back, place your hands behind you, and press up this way. Okay, but either way, we're gonna get here. And now here, you really wanna think about keeping that arch through the spine, so looking behind you, and really squeezing your glutes. See if you can create even just a little bit of space in the low back by trying to press your pubic bone up to the sky. Bring your feet in, option to lift one leg. Practice your balance here, point that foot. And down, other side. So strong, y'all, point those toes. And let's go ahead and roll on down. Circle those wrists. And reach your legs up to the sky. Give them a little stretch towards you. Let's drop that right leg and stretch that left leg towards us. Release the shoulders. This is just like full back. We're going to stretch these legs a little bit. It just feels good. And other side, right leg. Let it go. And release. All right, we're gonna do that one more time just to really expand our range and our strength. So roll out your wrists a couple times. And hands behind you, we're gonna press up nice and strong, really squeeze your glutes, try to find that little bit of space in the low back by a little micro tuck in the pelvis. Exhale, press up. And really trying to look forwards. Pull behind, forwards, I don't know, we're upside down. We're really arching through the upper back here. And the neck. And then bring your legs in a little bit and reach that right leg up to the sky if you want, if you're ready. Squeeze that left glute for stability. Plug your fingertips into the floor. And release. Other side, pressing up. Squeeze that right glute, press your fingertips into the floor. And down. And rolling down. Tailbone is the last thing down. Circle those wrists or shake them out. Let's take that same thing. Right leg down, left leg stretching towards you. But don't let this happen. Keep your pelvis grounded on the floor. No curling in the spine here. You draw your head up towards that leg if you want. I'm just really feeling this stretch through the back of the leg right now, guys. This is a completely spontaneous decision. But the body wants what the body wants. You gotta listen to it. And switching sides. Nice full exhales. Draw the head up to the leg. Nice. And hugging the knees into the chest. Do a little gentle, very gentle rock side to side to roll or to massage out that low back. And take a twist, letting those knees drop. With that right leg, the leg that's on top, see if you can bring it to the floor here. A little crossed leg stretch. Ooh, getting into that outer glute. And then letting your body melt towards the floor. Sending some gratitude to your body. Awesome, and release that. Let your knees fall to the other side. Take a twist. And left leg comes up. Plant that foot on the floor if you want to, if you can. And release. And rolling to one side to press up. All right, y'all, I'm gonna give you a couple options for our final resting position. One is you could take that same pose we had in the beginning if that was feeling really yummy for you, to lean back like this on it, that whole thing. Or if your knees allow for this, and not everyone's will, that's okay. You can bring your knees in, feet out to the side, lift, tuck the pelvis. So again, creating that little bit of space in the low back. We're gonna do kind of the same thing. So bringing that block in to support your spine. But then bringing that other block, not as the highest position, but on the kind of second highest. To come here into this really full body opening position. And the third option would be to not use the blocks at all. If you're really flexy through your front body and it feels okay on your knees, really check in with your body. Don't let your ego get ahead of you. I'm not even going to do that. So that's just if you're really feeling super good in that today. So really please do listen to your body. I'm just going to take this one just for a gentle, very gentle quad opener, or it might not be too gentle for some of you. This might be quite intense, but if it's not feeling good to have your feet out to the sides, you can always bring them under. Up to you. Lots of different variations, but something that you feel comfortable to be in for the next minute. Wherever you are, letting your arms relax down to the sides. We're just really working on opening the front body. It's not just about the spine, but it's also about all these muscles in the front, how open they are, how willing they are to take that arch and take that bend. Relax your shoulders, relax your jaw. Take a deep inhale through the nose. Exhale with a sigh. And beautiful. You're in the position that I'm in, using your forearms to press yourself up. Untuck those knees, take them a little rock side to side, massaging out the butte. And then we're gonna go ahead and just take a very short full shavasana with no back arching, just to reset the body, just balance everything out. So let your feet windshield wiper here. And just take a moment and imagine your strongest, most flexible, mobile, healthy self. Your most radiant, healthy, energized, calm, centered, dancing body. And then imagine your body as that body. What would that feel like? Imagine that feeling and feel it in your body. With every breath, welcoming in strength, rejuvenation, more openness in your body. Bringing one hand to your heart and one hand to your belly, and just taking them in a little circle, just affirming love to your body through this loving touch. And then wrap yourself in a big hug. And draw your knees in and wrap your arms around, knee to your face, face to knee. Squeeze yourself up and let the head back down, massage out the low back. A happy baby seems really good here. I'm just going in the flow in the moment, you guys. Ooh, yeah. And legs up. Let's give them a little shake. Shake out the arms and the ribs. Whoa, just let go. And rock back. And rock up. My beautiful souls. Take your spine in a little circle. Hopefully it's feeling nice and mobile, juicy and strong. Feel yourself, hands together. Rubbing the palms. Exhale down to the heart. Bow to yourself, bow to your body, and I bow to you. Namaste. Good job today, guys. All right, thank you for joining me. Do this and you will start to notice a huge improvement in your arabesques, in your back bends, in your pole tricks, anything that requires you to have strength and balance and stability while being in an elongated archy position. And if you want to stick around for a bonus extra exercise that you can incorporate into your training with the help of a friend or a partner, I'm going to show you guys that right now. Okay, so I have my lovely assistant Thompson here, and here's what you're gonna do, guys. This is absolutely killer. You're going to lay down on your stomach with your legs together, and then your partner is going to kneel with one knee on either side of you on, yes, like more on the, scoot forward just a little bit, like right between your calves and your ankles. So you wanna make sure they're not on your knees. Actually, could you scoot back just a tiny bit? You want to find, yeah, it shouldn't feel like there's pressure or pain on your knees. They're just there to hold your feet down and give you that support. And then what you're going to do, bring your arms behind you, squeezing the heck out of your booty. You're going to lift up. Bring your arms up, or you can go out to the side or back, up and down. Squeeze up. Ooh, it's killer. Gonna get the whole back line of your body and really help you. They're gonna keep you balanced so you can really activate this whole line into this big arch. And up. You can put your hands at your head too. And up. So do like 10 reps and then reach back. They're gonna reach for your arms, hold on to each other's wrists. Yes, so just like this, and then they're gonna lean back. Yeah, and find that sweet spot. That's perfect, babe. And then they can, just help you stretch a little deeper. So again, listen to your body. And thank you, babe. You can let go. And then, ooh, wait, I forgot the trickiest part would be, okay, pull back. And then slowly let go. See if you can hold it. And then lower down. So that is going to be a booty burner and a back strengthener. That's like one of my top moves. It's too bad I can't ever do with you guys in a yoga class. Maybe I should do a partner yoga class sometime. Get your booze to help you out. So I hope this helps, guys. Let me know if this kills your booty or not. And thanks for joining for class. Bye.